Hi, I'm John Swinstead. I'm the founder of the Museum of Youth Culture. Tonight's event is just amazing how sometimes you meet people who you feel a good energy with and who are doing something that crosses paths with what you're doing. So tonight's event, we just feel it's natural. They're local, they work in culture, they're good people, so it's nice for us to be able to host it here.
I was born in Jamaica. I left Jamaica when I was 16, 17, in 1986, and moved to the States. And I've been living there pretty much on and off ever since. I work as a librarian, and when I don't work as a librarian, I spend my time writing. So that's kind of the short version of who I am.
Those of you that don't know, I'm Christopher Morgan. I founded Own It along with my husband Jason Morgan. When we started Own It as a storytelling lifestyle brand, we wanted to put things out in the world that changed perspectives, that impacted people, and that were stories that were going to last so much longer than any of our mortality. And when we read Sean's book, that was everything that we were looking for and kind of really personified that.
I'm getting a little bit emotional because I've drank a little bit and that. I'm a calm, emotional kind of guy, so I'm really not. But this whole process.
I would say that one thing the book covers is toxic masculinity.
Should we have to go there? But no, I mean, I think when you do a book, it's such a long process and it takes a lot of trust as well. I think for an author to trust you with their work, you know, we worked alongside Sean, he's unbelievable in the whole process. There's a lot of going back and forth. It's not a case where you just have a book and it's just out there. It needs a lot of work. You go back, you go forward, and if that trust isn't there, you don't have a book.
It's been incredible. I remember reading it in submissions and just being completely blown away from it, and the fact that it's here now, you're here, and it's out there, it's so amazing. Sean's such a beautiful writer, and yeah, he's incredible, and we had to think kind of creatively about how we were going to market the book, because Sean's from America, he's a debut and didn't have, you know, big social media or anything, so we thought, how can we get the story out there to as many people as possible, which is where the idea for the trailer came from, because we thought a lot of people, they walk past bookstores and they think there's no stories in there for them, there's nothing that resonates with them or that has representation, and so we thought, how are we going to reach them, which is why the trailer is out there, it's online, people see it and they see the story, and that's what's most important to Own It. It's always the story, not where you come from, if you're a debut, whatever, anything like that. It's the story that's important, and the trailer really puts that across. And yeah, there was the idea for the QR code, which if you look on the back of the book, there's a little QR code there. People can scan that, watch the trailer, and it adds this sort of multi-sensory kind of element to book browsing. And yeah, people in stores can just see that.
Everyone's been absolutely wonderful. I feel very much in touch with every person that's been there. I've been able to speak to personally to so many people. I've told about my work. It is a sort of buildings Roman genre book that focuses on Sasha Knight, who has gone missing, and the narrator Matthew, who has spent the better part of 24 years trying to sort out what has happened to him. And along the way, we see how Sasha has impacted his life through the various relationships he's had with women. So, there's a canal that steeps by the back of the yard beyond the fence. There are days when I think she's still there, her bare feet wading through the water, worms boring their way into crevices of her toes. You're going to get ringworm, I'd say. We used to play in that canal, throwing pebbles and empty mackerel tins in. She told me that one time she caught 3 perch just by interlocking her fingers and sifting through the water. It didn't work for me, and she called me stupid and fufu. Give me on, let me show you, she said. It's the last time I remember her touching me. The slight tickle when her fingers grazed mine. The roughness of her palms when she positioned the underside of my hands to make the net. She has been missing an hour. She has been missing a day. She has been missing 24 years. I see her now in the lost bits and pieces of a jigsaw puzzle I have been working on for millennia. a dirty fingernail, the edge of her left yellow hair ribbon, the heels of her black patent leather pumps. I hold these memories with spread fingers, watching them seep through into ether. I am losing her, not because it has been an hour, or a day, or 24 years. I'm losing her because I must live.